versus Curse to come out for this matchup.
Look at items, don't see much different. This time they have 4 wards, means both Morgana and Fiddle went utility. Everyone else starts boots 3, nothing too crazy. Fear looking to all go top, maybe looking to cut out Curse's invade. Because if you face check Fear, you're going to be in a bad position. But
These guys are running away from each other.
yeah, Curse just looking to take it to them. And they can because they have the superior level 1.
Fear just likes that bush. They were in it last game. They just got warded out of it.
So the team's just doing very symmetrical movement.
Yeah. They are orchestrated on this one.
Very surprising, to be honest. I really would have liked to
30
see
seconds until minions spawn.
Fear go in and ward the red or the Wraith Camp, but looks like Curse makes a full rotation. I want Curse to put a ward here. I definitely do. You see Fear putting a ward top, making it safer for Zuna. There should be almost no way he dies to the St. Vicious gank. And, ooh, Curse actually warded their blue buff on the way down to bottom, which I think is actually very smart. Because it's actually something that Fear might have actually should have looked to do, but they took like a long loop around and didn't go through blue buff. Okay,
Are they coming back around to start?
is Mandatory Clog in the face?
Oh
check
no! Okay.
that? Nope.
So it looks like they
Nothing
have control
actually
on this.
starts on double.
I was gonna say, why is he starting double goal? Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable.
No, this is actually gonna work out really well. They're worried that they're there, but they aren't.
More than happy to continue going on this one. So
And-
that switch,
And the ward does not see Xmithy.
this is gonna create a bit of a different path here for Xmithy. He's gonna be able to end this in top lane and possibly get Diana at the right time. The ward over at the blue will prevent anything from happening. This is gone.
And they see that Nocturne start, where's Nocturne started. They just barely didn't catch him, but it's still okay. And the junglers come out even after level 1. I feel like maybe Fear made the better level 1 because they outwitted Curse's ward, but aside from that, it's a very even level 1. Nothing too crazy happens there.
Smithy looking to take down blue here. He does get the smite on, and he will not decide to head top lane right away. He's actually going to head back down. He says, get a little bit more here. He's going to go for wolves and possibly get a purchase on bottom lane. Not as much pressure as last time. Cop playing a lot less aggressive. There's some shots onto Elements. The Expunge going to be able to come out of this. Aphromoo actually flashing for it. He goes in. The Ignite is down. Can he hit the Expunge? I believe that is down as well. He used it a little too early. And like we said before, Aphromoo will go all in if he thinks he's going to get it, but it has hurt his team. He just is the Mystic Shot. He does get the cleanse off, but he's not going to be able to follow up with the auto attack.
That was a real bad play by Afro.
Yeah.
He got the advantage in lane, like he pushed out Fiddlesticks. He didn't need to go aggressive. He could have looked, just turned it on Cop and put more damage spread across 2 people. But instead he tried to get greedy against an exhaust. He got exhausted as he flashed in. You see Saint coming out top. Zuna knows he's there. Like he saw him go through the ward. The only way they can pull this off is if Void flashes. And I don't even know if Void is skilled E yet.
Well, as soon as St. Vicious comes out of that bush, Malphite's just going to shard him.
Oh, and he misses.
He goes to
the
fight.
E.
He pulls for Xmithy, or Xmithy rather, coming into this one. St. Vicious trying to get into that, takes the Ignite down. So a good return there to pull off the Summoner spell.
You have nothing too crazy, and you see, this is the issue with Diana top. She's already out of mana, so just ganking
Yeah.
for her is gonna be like hard. Nijaki actually almost out of mana mid as well. It's around this time that Katarina can look to put a lot more pressure. Middle,
Where does Katarina really find that power level of hers? Where does it start to hurt?
round 4,
Round 4?
4 to 6. You can look to Shumpo in, and with the damage reduction and get the move speed, get a free Q or free W and run away. Only you need 1 auto attack.
Zuna wasting his mana as well. The manaless fight up top now begins halfway towards the turret. Zuna and Voyboy going head to head. Not really interesting. So we move down to bottom lane. Look and see what these guys will do. The Black Shield is on Afro, but it's not really to stop too much. They kind of just put on a safety shield, and they're going to let this lane get pushed pretty far back to the turret. And they could go to re-engage here. Aphromoo can still put out some damage if they catch Elements again, but probably shouldn't go all in this time.
Ooh, top is shoving out. You see Nocturne in the area, but Nocturne doesn't have red. I don't think it's a gank that they can get off anyway, so Nocturne just goes ahead and goes back, and Malphite goes back as well. Boy is content with just freezing the lane, it looks like.
All the lanes are pretty, not pretty, they're really pushed right now, except for Diana's top, and there's nothing to gank there, so we just see Saint Vicious going now. He says, Zyra says, or Nijaki says, go ahead, lane tax, one of Saint's favorite things to do in the world, and he is going to go ahead and clean that up and push it right to the turret, hopefully get a reset, but it looks like Xmithie may just suck that right up.
Okay. Yeah, Xmithie also just takes the lane.
Yep.
So the junglers will be pretty decently leveled. They're probably very close to 5, both of them. You see Katarina picking up the gold pretend. Nothing too surprising. She's like really strong in this era of DFG.
The eras, they pass so quickly.
Yep.
So Saint actually not even getting level 5 off of that. He is just under, and as well just under Xmithie and Saint at the same experience level right now. That next camp is going to level them up, but they're still pre-6, and they still don't show too much from the jungle. Both Voyboy and Zuna back top.
Ooh, boy, actually, did he buy a ward for top lane? It looks like no. That might prove to be fatal. Coming in off the gank, coming off a gank.
Go for the Chalice. He's got the, yeah, he does have 143 gold, so he was waiting. He went for the Chalice for sustain. He said, I'll just buy potions, play it safe. But like you said, especially playing against a Nocturne, when he hits 6, you're going to have to ward farther out anyways.
Right.
But with no wards, that's
I think
really
the better
scary.
option would have just been to either go for the gold pretend and get a ward, or go for a Doran's ring and get a ward in extra pots.
That's true, especially with the sustain that it's going to give you. So it looks like Xmithie backs off of that top lane, just trying to see what's going on around. He sees Saint Vicious at the Wraith, so he knows he can go up and take golems here. Hopefully he's not spotted by that crack where the minions are passing. So he's got himself clear of it. Still, Cop pushing down on this bottom lane. Saint Vicious has really found nothing to gank just yet. I mean, he is waiting for that Impale at level 6, but we've only seen him top a few times, and it resulted in that death of Zuna.
No, Saint's fine.
Or not death, there's the gank plus
Saint's fine just farming the 6. Like, that's in his ideal world, he's fine just staying in the jungle all game. Like, he really wants to come out like when he's got 6 items and
Right.
can kill the other guy in one hit. So it's perfectly comfortable. Skarner actually excels at being able to pull off like one of the strongest level 6 games.
Oh, the unstoppable force up top. The Dustbringer hits. He tries to jump. The exhaust is going to shut down any damage he brings to the table. And one more hit. No, he stopped. He must have misclicked. He goes in. A shield on for Voyboy. Saint Vicious coming in. No jungler is 6, so they can't really counter this. But he is just going to be able to lock down Zuna here. Probably get the kill. True Shot Barrage missing from the slow on Saint Vicious. And it looks like Xmithie just backs in the bush. He's like, I cannot help you, bro. Zuna taking more damage. The passive may come up to save his life. Oh, the Zyra coming up to get the last kill. Beautiful job by Nijaki to make his way up top.
I don't think Jackie needed to go up there, but he just decided to roam and picked up a kill for it. It was 100% Saint's kill. There was no need for help, but he came to help anyways. It's not really that much of a loss. Bottom lane the CS looking to equalize a little bit. Unfortunately, with the extra kill, gave Cop the ability to get an early phase, which means the lane is a little bit rocky. Because I think I've heard from every AD bottom lane combo that Cop is the luckiest AD carry in the game.
All the fade procs?
He can first proc phage on the first hit every time. So, like,
I need to get his RNG.
yeah, like I've said before, that like if you can first proc phage, you can be a top tier AD carry. And just off that, like he has one of the best. He's just one of the best in the business at it.
I was even just saying it earlier. Whenever I'm streaming and I have a phage proc, I'm like screaming it when I shoot it every time, and it never happens. And like the 9th shot, the guy gets away, and I'm like 1 out of 4. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they can do down bottom. Still just pushing back and forth. This lane hasn't had too much aggression on either way. Aframu making that one mistake and then kind of calmed himself down. Really got his head back into the game, thinking he had the damage from the second game. But nope, there's the stick on elements, and that's what they needed. Just a few pokes. They didn't even really want to get the expunge off. He's saving his mana for the real attack. Looks like they continue to just farm. 9 minutes and 45 seconds into this one. A 2,000 gold lead in favor of Curse. I think this is maybe the first time in these games they've had the lead in the beginning. Fear is usually grabbing that up for themselves. Curse would find it towards the mid to late game, but That Curse early game, as we have said, always very strong. We'll have to see when it comes to 15 to 20 minutes where Fear stands.
Right? Oh, Skarner already picking up in Oracles. He's gonna just look to play Minesweeper on the wards, and it causes a lot of map pressure. Like in early Oracles, just kills all aggressive momentum that your team can have, just because everything is a risk
Right.
at that point.
Nijaki warding for himself down towards the dragon side. Zuna just hanging out in top lane. We see ManCloud taking up as much experience as he can. That's 83 to 87 in middle. No real difference between those minions. So we're looking at kind of the same goal. The Chalice build and the Cage's build for one. Top lane coming out quite big here.
Oh,
very nice
wow.
unstoppable force. He's going to turn this one around and stops the Impale. They're looking to go on Voyboy here. He throws down the shield, but so does Voyboy, and it looks like that last Dustbringer to end it. Zuna has been doing a very good job of keeping St. Vicious occupied. There's the one kill coming out. The Fear Tether does proc. I don't know if he'll have enough of the movement speed St. Vicious can put on here, but he's almost out of mana. He does get Crystalline on, and he's able to make it out. Here comes Zyra coming up. Xmithy not looking good, but ManCloud just on the other side to save out Xmithy.
I actually did not know it was possible to stop the Saints ulti with Unstoppable Force. I don't even think that's supposed to work. But Saint ultied at the same time Zuna ultied, and Zuna's ulti canceled out Saint's ulti. I was
just
so
smithing
surprised.
Xmithy? Yeah, right? Today I learned. Fantastic.
I think Jackie misplacing his ulti cost him there. He didn't have the ulti that soon. He could have used it to... When you go in for the E, if you use your ulti immediately, you can break the spell shield before your E reaches the target. He should have saved it for that situation. He used it to zone off one option for Xmithy, but I gotta say, I think he had the kill. He just misplayed the situation.
So it is going to be 3-1. Fear finally finds themselves on the board at 12 minutes. But still that smidgen of a gold lead in the game, 15,000 to 13,000. Voyboy trying to put a little pressure on top as we just see Xmithy continuously around the map, clearing wards, just sweeping as much as possible. I believe Saint still has his. Yes, he does. And again, pushing the lane for it to reset here.
Xmithy doing a really good job at turning these ganks. And that's what a jungler... That's one of the jungler's jobs, is like he needs to predict where the other jungler is going, and if he thinks they can 2v2 better, he like needs to be there to turn these ganks. And something that like junglers like Diamondprox are famous for being able to do, because they have this sixth sense of, even without ward coverage, or just like, if I was the other jungler, I would gank this lane, and they just wander around it and then wait for them to come in, and the turn gives them like a free kill or a free double kill, and huge pressure on the map.
Wards being placed quite close in here for at least the Nocturne play as well. They only have it down in the first bush in bottom lane, and that's pretty prime for Nocturne to gank, especially from the lane. They have the ward in there, so they're kind of out of position on that.
Not surprising to me in the least that ManCloud decides to rush DFG. It's his favorite item to rush on Cat.
So he's taking some damage. That ward coming into play. That
Well, he
Nijaki
didn't get the
just
ward.
said.
He literally could have
Yep.
just hit the ward and ran away, but I think they were on top of the ward. He just like hit both the plants and ran away. Took too much damage off the plants. It's too dangerous for him to go back to that situation now, or back to that the ward now to clean it up.
He just fell out, so no trouble there for him. This lane, once again, pushed back to Chris's turret, but really no advantage to either AD carry. Actually, a good amount of CS in favor of Cop, as he did get a few of those, or one kill under his belt. Oh, Voyboy teleporting in! Muffin Cutie throws down his shield, and it's blasted off. The main form of crowd control is broken, but the Fear Tether will capitalize on the kill, and Cop finds number 2.
A really good Voyboy teleport there. And this opens him up for a dragon.
For sure.
Zyra with really, really strong zone capability with the plants.
And they grab up Dragon very nicely. Aphromoo stays down bottom to continue his farm. He knows he needs to catch up a little bit. Looks like he may put himself in a pretty dangerous position here.
Top lane
ward is gonna help.
actually pretty far behind. Top lane's behind 20 CS, and that was before like Void teleported. Like Void teleported, he was still behind 15. So he was able to make a play even though he's behind the lane in terms of CS, which is really good. And he's looking to get Deathfire right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he heard you before. You're in his mind. He said you probably should have picked up that gold for 10. Grabbed it.
Ooh,
See, good ward there
gets
coming out.
a deep ward there.
They know it's there though, so that's kind of pointless. He's going to be able to clear that. St. Vicious is actually heading there right now to clear out that ward. We have Xmithie waiting for anybody to stop Zuna from pushing the turret. They got a ping in mid, and they say maybe we should close on Katarina. Nobody is there right now, but no, they're gonna find St. Vicious here. Is this an engagement they want? They don't have vision on Zyra either, and she is just on the outside of this fight. They pull back Xmithie, the unstoppable force once again, but that time it did not catch it. He did it right after, and here's the Zyra ulti. Zuna will be the last one to fall here, and he's gonna go down. Mandatory clutch. Going in, looking for the reset. There goes for the ultimate. Does not get the kill on Voyboy, but it is gonna be three very low members. He's gonna jump over. Can he get it? He will not.
Oh, that was
a little bit more damage
That
from
was a
Zyra.
good ward jump too.
Yep.
I thought he would at least be able to get a double there, but nope. He just forces flashes, and they don't come out. They get 2 for 1, but they blow all the enemy's flashes, so they didn't come out too badly there.
I really thought ManCloud put himself in a bad position, but even without getting that kill, he still did a lot of damage. So we see Nijaki go down, Zuna go down in this situation, as well as Xmithie. So it's 6-2 now. Curse is grabbing their biggest lead here in these 3 games that they've had in either of the matches.
Cat decided to actually pick up Abyssal instead of going rushing the DFG. Very surprised in that, but it helps him a lot being able to survive the damage from both top, middle, and jungle. So very smart play. I think the DFG burst is extremely strong though. Maybe it would have been a better option to rush, but the safer option is definitely the Abyssal. And he's 30 CS ahead of the middle, so he's doing very well. Whereas bottom lane is about 20 CS behind due to the 2 deaths there. Aftermoon really can't do much until he picks up his IE. So bottom lane's just gonna look to farm because they can only go in if Nocturne looks to pressure bottom. And I think Nocturne's giving up on bottom because there are better options in top and middle.
It's crazy to see what these guys can do with just a few kills. Last game, Aframu was on top and smothering everybody. This game, completely different. He's not able to put on pressure when he wants to. We can just see what Cop is doing with those few kills and how well the snowball is being held in that bottom lane. A lot of pressure coming out here. Black Shield goes on.
Is there a 4? No, okay, there's a ward that spots the potential 4-man dive bottom. Top lane, oh, Malphite's 0-3, but it's still not looking too bad. Like, he still has a CS lead, and he has a go per 10, so he's not really in too much of an issue. I don't think Void can dive without Ignite. I don't even think he'll try to dive without Ignite, because this sounds like a really bad idea. Malphite can just slam this.
Yeah, the damage trade is there, but Voyboy, I don't think would have enough to continuously burst him down. It is a Chalice party up top. They both went for it, both went for the cages. And they're both going for the Deathfire as well. So we'll have to see as that comes out. A lot of burst damage coming out in these fights, and Malphite flying at you, as well as doing a Deathfire grasp damage on top of...
I would really like to see an Abyssal pick up by Diana here. If she decides not to go DFG, because Abyssal will really help against their very AP heavy stack team from Fear. But also Zhonya's might be required to deal with Afro moves. So I'll go ahead and wait and see what Void wants to pick. Bottom lane finishes up his Trinity. Middle lane picks up the Grail. Grail Zyra not seeing too much, to be honest. I don't know if I really like it because I don't think she really runs into mana issues, and I don't think she really needs CDR having 20% CDR on her W. But it's still an option that I've seen quite a bit watching Zyra. A lot of people play Zyra.
Trying to throw down some aggro down bottom, takes that Mystic shot to the face. Good harass here. Comp has him down at half health, hits Muffin Cutie with 1 as well, and they're forced to start chugging potions.
And Skarner's really far ahead right now. Has the double gold per 10, Merc Treads, and Aegis at 18 minutes. He's doing very well for himself. Oh, and so Nocturne goes to hold top, and Zuna is here. And Zuna's ward sees, Jackie's ward sees Zuna, so he knows that that Nocturne's holding. They're transitioning Diana bottom as well.
We're gonna have Dragon. It's up in about a minute, 15 seconds. So we'll have to see. A lot of that is being correlated right now, but they have so much time. You can run top and bottom before that happens. 19 minutes into the game here, it is 6-2. So this would be huge if Fear could pick this up for their team. There are 3 members with those 6 kills coming out for Curse. So those two for St. Vicious, 2 for Nijaki, and 2 for Cop, spread out among their strongest champions right now. So that is going to be helping them a lot.
This is a really smart idea. I think everyone on Curse has gone back to buy, except for Void. Void really needs to take these double golems, go back to buy, and meet up at Drag. And if they can do that, they'll hit this window where they should have more items than the other team, regardless of whether or not they have the gold advantage, which they do. So they should definitely have the distinct advantage at this Drag fight, because I feel like their team fight is comparable to Fear's. As long as Aftermoon doesn't ring free, Their team fight definitely comparable.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I mean, you have the Triforce burst damage output from Ezreal. He's pretty much built up that position. The only thing,
Oh.
you know, you have is the Aegis as well, which is going to be really helpful within the fight.
I really don't like the fact that Void stopped him back there. Had Void immediately gone back, he would have been able to reach this dragon within 5 seconds of it spawning.
Maybe seeing that, you know, Zuna was still top made him not think that he had to go down. He's really not doing anything for his team, though. He's just walking around up top, as we see.
They cleared it so
that Zuna
fast.
is coming down.
Yeah, no, and now I don't know if they just didn't have a timer on it, but Curse really on the ball with these dragon timers. And Skarner comes in middle for this gank, but
That
Malphite.
Again, Zyra ulti hitting all 3 of them. He's able to make it out, but a beautiful job there, just dropping down Zyra. The initiation you can see from Fear is just so big right now.
Really good by Zuna there. So what happens is if you're hit by like a full screen Malphite, well, you can flash it pretty easily, especially at a pro level. But Zuna flashed closer to be able to close the distance immediately and then ulti from there. So Jack didn't even have time to flash. He had it up, but Zuna definitely outplayed that situation and was able to get a guaranteed kill with his flash.
Void still up top. Easy coming
Oh,
back up
Void
this
buys the
game.
DFG though, which is very smart. It might be an issue for top lane now that top lane hasn't bought the MR outside of Chalice. Diana might be doing too much damage.
Pretty much switched his build from that Chalice Sork Boots into a little bit of HP for himself.
I want to say the middle should have Mankind should have let top lane get Abyssal, because I think that's a better build on Malphite than it is on Cat. He could have just rushed. He could have gotten Negatron, rushed DFG, and opt to go like Zanya's. Whereas top lane really needs Abyssal's like only the really MR item that he can pick up in lane. But it seems like Void's not looking to pressure too hard. He's comfortable splitting CS and taking top jungle. Was Diana gonna pick up red? What the heck? I guess red on Diana isn't too bad.
She's going to be in the fight, yeah. That will be quite helpful. Not that they're going to be fighting anytime soon. Curse really hasn't gathered too much for team fights. We're 22 minutes in. We've seen a lot more pressure from both teams at this point in the game between game 1 and game 2. But right now, they're all playing very, very slow and making sure they're doing nothing dangerous.
Unit comes back in middle, looking to make another ulti play. I think he knows that the left side's warded though, so he doesn't even try it. We have Nocturne bottom. Oh wow, had that bind landed, he would have definitely gone in on that.
They do have the pressure coming down. Zyra actually
There's-
moving out. Oh, seen by the sea. Unfortunate there by Zuna.
Oh, Afro has IE. They could look to enforce spot them. I feel like they are stronger. Although that 4-pop might be the difference in trades.
Yeah. If he can get the right burst out and dodge them, stay out of the way, let Elements just take all the damage and dodge his ulti. But it looks like they are going to be both backing here. Ezreal with about 1,800 gold, so he has the
They're
scepter.
gonna 3-man die top. Very, very
Yeah, sword
smart
coming
play.
out.
They saw him go top. Actually, they're gonna look to pressure the blue buff.
We know blue buff is coming up soon, and they're just going to pressure it for the fight.
I think they're just looking to cut off anyone that could potentially come in.
So they clear what was probably the coin for them off of
I think they
blue.
could have just dove top. I'm pretty sure, because top has no MR. They just have max health, and with the DFG, they could have burned that in 5 seconds easily.
Yeah.
But I guess they didn't want to risk the fact that Zuna still had ulti. Like, they knew Zuna's flash was down because he flashed middle. So
Right.
it was a play that more aggressive teams would have taken in that instance.
Boy, Zuna just kind of trading damage back and forth. Brutal Strikes goes on. Boy really just keeping control of that lane the whole time. Like you said, more than happy to just kind of trade CS and not have to
Yeah,
push for his
he
team
takes
too
he
much.
takes the CS top and then goes to Wraith Camp and goes to Golems and Red
Golems,
Buff
yep.
and then goes back top. So he's fine just farming it out. I think he looked to pressure more if he just DFGs on every single fight going top. Like his top doesn't have any innate health regen, but he decides to save his DFG for a better time.
Smithy looking to initiate in mid. Both teams just really grabbing right now for one of these. We
Ooh,
see St.
Skarner's
Vicious coming
going
down
bot.
as well, pushing this tower. With that ward clearing, Aphromoo and Muffin Kitty playing very safe. Again, they come away with nothing. A turret on that one, however, without any kills, still better.
And that's the first cursed turret of the game.
Yep. Look to gain that control in the bottom lane. Cop can kind of just stall farm this, but looks like he's going to push it as much as possible. Smithy coming off his golems to wraiths as these guys continuously look for ganks around the map. We're going to see Zuna picking up that blue buff so he can really help his team after he gets in there after the ultimate.
So even though it's looked like a fairly straightforward, even game, viewers up or down 4K gold, about 4.5. So I don't even think that matters too much, though. I feel like unless Diana can get a really good angle on Twitch, Twitch is still able to carry this game almost single-handedly with the help of Cat.
Real pressure in any of the lanes right now. Looks like Curse is going to force this one towards mid. Maybe they'll try to take down the turret. Dragon coming up very shortly here.
Mid lane, Jackie almost has his death cap, whereas Cop has finished off his Thirster. I feel like Fierce should force.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think Fierce should have to force, because if they're looking to push this in the really late game, it's better for them to just
They're looking to
pressure middle.
super engage on this turret.
No, I honestly
Get
think
a
they should
dragon.
dive it. Like
Yep.
with Diana top, sure she's got teleport, but I still think that
That
within the 3 seconds it doesn't matter.
There it is. There's the dive going in. The turret's very low, coming in from the right side. Xmithy as well with that ultimate, and there is the ultimate from Void. He comes in, locks down Xmithy. Muffin Cutie trying to help out Aphromoo with the Soul Shackle as they just melt them down, and there it is. Katarina going around with the damage of Diana. Double kill for them. St. Vicious picking one up, and they completely turn that one around. I think the Malphite ulti didn't hit enough people, obviously.
Their initiation was okay. I think the main issue was just that the fact that Jackie didn't die immediately. Oh
wow. Going
oh
down
my
strong.
god. He queued literally the
Void
ground.
going, oh, he gets him!
But he still picks up the kill. Oh, that cue was real bad.
Wow, the ace coming out from that one. Beautiful job there, Void going in. I thought he was just going to go down, and that was it made it look effortless.
Yeah, diving through Zyra ult was a harder thing than I thought. I don't think Fear expected it as well. That Zyra ulti really messed up their 3-man engage. And Cat, this literally, if Cat had just stayed with Aphromoo, they could have cleaned up the whole fight. But Cat looked to dive really far in for Cop, and it was completely unnecessary.
ManCloud got in there and he was bursting down, and then you just saw that double kill come up for Diana. It was like, all right, never mind, you know. They had a really good fight there. Voidboy's teleport in completely threw them off guard. Locked down Xmithy. They needed that terror to go down. Elements, I think a little bit of damage as he clears off Zuna in party mode. See them look like they're coming mid. 28 minutes. Voidboy having a very good game for himself. Picks up that blue pot for an extra little burst.
He also
as
finished
they
up
get
his
into the fight,
Zanyas.
and they did finish up the Zanyas for Voidboy, so he is more than happy to jump into the fight.
That's so big for them too. Like, it's gonna be so hard for Fear to come back now that they're behind against the Skarner Diana team. Because Aphromoo isn't very mobile, and Zyra is able to zone off positions, and Void is able to dive a lot better than the comps that they originally ran before.
It really seems like Curse is more I don't know, just more set to go into these fights. I feel like Fear has a lot of all-in initiations for their ultimates. You know, you have Unstoppable Force, you have to follow that. You have Soul Shackle, you have to be in the fight. Mandatory Cloud, in the fight. And with that Zhonya's being able to just mess everybody up, with a Skarner coming around pulling somebody out, they have to put themselves in a lot of danger here against this Curse team, which is kind of controlling the snowball quite well.
Oh, they should go in on this. Void has no teleport. Oh, okay, no, they Curse disengages very well.
Checking for blue. Fear moving around the map, looking to deny what they can after slowly losing these fights one after the other. 30 minutes in, 11-5 here, as again St. Vicious continues to sweep wards. They control that top half of the map towards Baron now, and it's about that time. No wards for Fear up towards that side. St. Vicious continuously looking at Xmithy, finding free for himself.
Cop almost a full item on top of the other team. Oh, wow.
Beautiful
That
job.
outplayed.
Impale goes down, and that says Zuna is initiating. They get Nijaki right away. The ultimate will throw them up, but they may be able to come out of this one strong as they all hit the ground. St. Vicious taking a lot of damage.
Afro.
Oh my god. The Element's ultimate just shreds everybody, and he's going to get an assist on the triple kill coming from Diana.
That was a really good Diana E. It set up everything in that team fight. Even after Saint got outplayed with that that Morgana shield, it didn't matter because the Malphite initiation really needed to hit. I don't know if it needed to hit the back line, but they're looking to replay the fight. So let's quickly look back on this again, just to make sure. So
There's the break on the ultimate.
so they go on Jackie off this ulti. Jackie immediately dies.
Crushed. 3 shots from Afro. And then Saint's the focus. This is where it really hurts him in the fight. True shot barrage through the entire team. Burst damage from Diana and Fiddlesticks. That was huge for them to fight in that dark spot.
Yeah, no, in that one tiny spot, they got AoE down.
Yeah.
By Diana Fiddle, and even Cop did a lot of damage.
So a big pickup there by Curse as they extend their lead now to about 11,000 gold. Not looking pretty for Fear in this one. This is the biggest deficit we've seen between these two teams in this best of 3 series. The first game, just a slide for Curse. The second game, a slide for Fear. And now the third game, we'll have to see. It looks like Curse kind of turning it into a slide from this late game on. This is where we said they start to falter, but they've really been coming together in their team cohesion throughout these fights. They had great positioning there. The ward clearing from Saint is really giving them the upper hand, and I was very surprised for Fear to just continue that initiation. It was great that Impale was down, but with that many people in one area, you're not going to pull somebody to a different location anyway, so you're always in the fight. So I guess going in on that wasn't the best idea for you.
They really think that Mandatory Cloud and Zuna are their big issues. They don't think Aphromoo can do anything. So, and by they I mean Curse. So
Right,
you
yeah,
saw
for sure.
literally 3 people just buy Negatron cloaks there. So they have a total of 4 Negatron cloaks bought within 2 minutes.
Looking to just stand in Soul Shackle. And they're looking to 2-man the Baron right now as well. They're going quite hard on it. They're down to about half health. They're gonna be able to get this. No contest, no wards even give vision up to the Baron area.
Very smart play by
yeah.
Curse here.
Showing the main power of members in the mid. There's no actual vision on them right now with that. And that bottom ward they're walking over right now. Won't see him. I think Voidboy may have just given away that they have Baron. Yeah, complete back off from Fear. They go back to their base. They go back to knowing that inhibitor is down.
Is he gonna
They try
flash
to
for the
these
ulti?
waves.
Oh, he is gonna
Flashing
flash
for that
for the
ulti.
ulti.
Shield goes on again.
Wow.
The Impale is taken away, but it doesn't matter. 2 Impales missed. 2 kills grabbed up.
No, yeah, it didn't matter. They're 100%
Yeah.
at the kill.
The bottom lane being pushed very well. Once they get done with this, they can just head down towards that side unless Voidboy wants to be able to teleport himself down there if they win this engagement hard enough.
I'm surprised Void didn't go in on Afro there. Like, I 100% thought he would.
There's the ultimate. Afro misses. They got Afro again, and there it is. You asked for it, and he went in. The Zyra ulti to go down. Zonia's, and what is Fear doing? They've left the base alone. Mandatory Cloud jumping into the fight by himself, and that's what I said. 2 men in these ultis are all in for this team right now, and Curse is just ready for it.
Yeah, Curse is just too far ahead item-wise. That Baron really sealed the deal. The game pretty much over right now.
It looks like they will be able to take out this second inhibitor, and they will be moving for that last inhibitor as well. There is a lot of time on the clock, but you have a good wave clearing and pretty good stopper. The Bruiser in Nocturne here could do some damage, but Skarner's going to be really tanky. He's going to want to just take everything for his team. You can see them focusing. He's only down to 75% health after a bunch of turret shots and that Fear Tether. So maybe they will ride this wave in. Cop looks to stay for a little bit longer, but allows the minions to do their work. 58,000 to 43,000. And 9 kills to 20, 34 minutes. Curse is doing a very good job, and Voidboy 7-1-6 for his team, with Saint right behind him at 6-1-9. That's huge.
Right, I really feel bad for Jackie here because apparently Fear thought he was the highest priority target, initiated on him multiple times.
Yeah.
But diving Zyra is a very hard thing. If she can get her ulti down, after dive, you're not going to be able to continue doing pressure with the knockup. So unfortunately, Fear played these team fights pretty badly. The first one was the one they really had a shot at middle, and Mandatory Cloud didn't stay behind to help out Aphromoo. Had he controlled the dive onto Twitch, they would have came out ahead, or at least split even there. And the next fight was just the other team had too many items on top of them, and they fought in actually a good place for Twitch. They kind of just got outpositioned and weren't able to kill stuff fast enough due to their lack of items off the first initial team fight.
So Fear not in a good position. Curse looking to pressure this bottom turret now. They should have this match, but that Curse closeout, we all know, very slow and steady. So we'll have to see them do this increments at a time, turret by turret. They may just go around the horn and try to take down everything and make this an definitive win here. Saint getting caught out a little bit, but he's tanky enough to take those shots.
Yeah, wow, Curse is so far ahead. I didn't even realize. You see Void having four items. You see
4 core.
Yeah, you see Cop with 5 core.
Yep.
Jackie was able to pick up a Banshees. Ezreal has a Banshees as well. You see Saint huge with 4 items with the QSS, I guess, if you count that. And on the other team, it's really just Aphromoo who has decent items. Aphromoo and Mandatory Cloud, kind of.
They need to do this now. Another 30 seconds on Baron means beast mode for them. That regeneration that they require to be in here. Looks like they are going to concede the inhibitor. Back out of that one. Bottom turret, maybe theirs as well. They're about to lose Baron. That's 20 seconds now. And they're still stronger without it. So right now, Fear just doesn't want to have any part of an engagement. You can see Saint just under the turret taking damage and no care for him. And Cop will be able to drop this one. No, they actually flash out. Cop definitely could have gotten a few more shots in there. But
the thing is, I'm happy they're slow rolling this because they can. They have two side hits down, and they can just wait and slowly roll this. Ooh, the flash ulti on the Cop they know we can follow that up. I don't think that was a great idea.
Yeah, like you said, nobody has any range for that big tank or big hit onto Elements, but Aphromoo was left just to kill him, Diana, and Skarner.
The thing is, Aphromoo kind of tripled it. Like, he definitely came out on, Fear came out on top there, and had they been able to make fights like that happen before?
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, the passive take, too good!
A delayed Quadra due to the passive and red buff. Like, oh, that was so, I don't know, like, it was very surprising. Like, this is the damage that Twitch can do. He literally only has 3 items, and he is the best, like one of the best hyper carries in the game.
This is ridiculous. They just picked up those kills, and we're gonna check out that last engagement, or last kill, at least for him. You can see him running out. He cleansed a little too late. He was like, oh, the Ignite won't kill me, but wait, there's red and there's Twitch passive, so that's probably gonna hurt a little bit more than I thought.
I think Curse is feeling fine, though. They're like, okay, we got 3 inhibs down. They can't move out of base. We're just gonna slow roll this. We're gonna guarantee another Baron in. It's like 4 minutes or something, 3 minutes, something like that. And they could either wait for it or look to just control buffs and push in for the middle Nexus, because they have, I think. Oh, the Nexus turrets are still up.
Yep. They have nothing though on the base. Like, I remember MLG, they kept trying to come up with a statistic of what the percentages of coming back with 2 down, but I think 3 is slim to none right now. And Curse is playing these fights very well too. They're not just saying we're winning this. Like you said, happy they're slow rolling it, and they're not making the mistake. They're not letting Saint go up there, try to get the grab and take 50% of his health first, which we saw in a few matches.
So Baron's up is exactly 5 minutes from now. Well, we're actually at 4 minutes. And we see them secure the next blue buff. They really only have to do is get 1 pick off, and they get everything. Oh wow, Mandatory Cloud really not doing any damage on Saint Vicious.
The initiation here, they get locked down on Muffin Cutie.
Where is Afro?
First though,
Here is
Afro
Afro.
actually down inside the base here, just below the inhibitor, keeping himself in Viz. He does have the Guardian Angels. This is going to be a big fight for them. They now have vision on Afro, so that comes into play. They know where to position. They all feel safe. We saw Diana. Void Boy was all the way back outside, making sure that Void Boy, he wasn't trying to come around, rather. There's the initiation down on Aphromoo. They find him. The Guardian Angel is going to come back up, but it will not be enough. The whole team is just taking way too much damage, waiting to guard him. Curse coming up with his big. That was a huge unstoppable force. Slivers of health are great, but it's not when they're still hitting your Nexus. Curse comes up, a second game for them, and they take out Fear for the lower bracket match. To put them in the lower bracket.